Happy Monday, folks, and welcome to another episode of Adam's Eats. How are we doing? Boy, have I got a nice little recipe for you today, and it's called Pommes Persillade. I know it sounds a bit posh, but it really isn't. And basically what it is, it's just really nice, crispy little cube potatoes with a nice herb and garlic and onion mixture kind of put through at the end. And it's really delicious, goes great with steak, grilled fish, pork chops, or can be served on its own with a nice poached egg on the top. It's a nice little lunch dish, and it's really, really good. So simple to make, and that's what we're going to do today. So as you should all know by now, hit that pause button, make a list of those ingredients, and we'll get started. Right, the first thing we need to do is prep our potatoes. So we want to get them peeled and then chopped into cubes, and then we'll get them in a pan. Now I would use the same sort of potato as you would for, say, a roast potato. So I'm using Maris Piper here, but King Edward is also a suitable potato as well. So we'll get these peeled. Okay, and once all your potatoes are peeled, you're going to want to chop them into chunks. Now, the best way to do this is if you lay a potato on its side. The potato doesn't have a side, but you know what I mean. And cut into nice, thick slices, and then down through the middle, and then into nice cubes. And that's the kind of size you're looking for. A nice square little cube like that. So repeat that with the rest of your potatoes. Let's get these on the hob and bring them to a boil. So once they've come to a boil, you just want to turn them down to a simmer, and then you want to cook these for about 5 minutes, just so the outside edge of the potato is cooked and the inside is still raw, because we're going to finish them off in the pan, and that will create a nice crispy outer edge. So after about 5 minutes, just take a spoon and lift out one of the potatoes, and then you can see that the outside edge is just starting to break up, but it's still quite raw in the middle. That's what you want. So we'll get these drained and we'll leave them in a colander to cool, and then we'll get on and we'll make our persillade. Right, so whilst our potatoes sit to one side, we'll get on and we'll make our persillade, which couldn't be simpler. This is a very basic persillade. You can use different herbs if you want. You can use chervil, chive, tarragon in there if you're perhaps using it with pork or fish, but this is a very basic one. The two ingredients that are an absolute must in persillade is parsley and garlic. I'm going to use a bit of red onion here, probably about a quarter, maybe half of that, and then we'll combine all the ingredients together and I'll make a lovely, nice mixture. Right, so the first thing we'll do is we'll get off some of these larger, thicker stalks, because we don't really want too much of that in there, and then just chop nice and finely. Pop that to one side. You don't have to get it too fine, because we're going to chop it together with the onion and also the garlic. Then take your garlic cloves, give them a bash, take off the paper, and then again you just want to finely chop that, and then move that towards the parsley. Then take about half your red onion, peel it, and then just slice down like so, and then cut inwards, and then just dice nice and finely. And then what you want to do is just get everything together and then just chop. And what this will do is it will amalgamate all the flavours into one harmonious, delicious thing. Add just a little bit of salt. That will act as an abrasive, and it will help again emulsify everything together. Just keep chopping. You can of course whiz this up in a little food processor if you've got one of those. Okay, and there you have a really nice, delicious, fine persillade. Now you want to get that into a bowl, and that is ready to go. Right, so now we're ready to cook. Let's get the pan on a heat and add a touch of vegetable oil and a nice generous knob of butter, and that'll give us nice colour and also flavour as well. Right, so melt it down until the butter is nice and foaming and hot, and then we'll get our potatoes in. Now as you can see, like, they've almost broken up, because some of them are a bit smaller than others. That's absolutely fine. Take them as far as you dare, but you basically want them nice and fluffy on the outside, as you would a roast potato. So we'll get those in the pan, add some pepper. Don't add any salt because there's going to be salt in the butter, and also we seasoned our persillade with salt as well. Spread it out onto one single layer if you can. You can also roast these as well. If you want to put them on a big baking sheet, you can do that as well. Okay, and then just leave them on this side until they go nice and crispy, and then we'll flip them over. Okay, so after a few minutes you can see that some of the edges are just starting to go a little bit golden and crispy, and you just want to start turning them over. Just be very careful. Okay, you don't want to go mad with them because otherwise they're just going to break up. So give them another couple of minutes and then we'll check back and see how they're doing. So after about 5-10 minutes you can see that it's gone nice and crispy, and you see all these little knobbly bits that have come off, all these tiny bits. They're absolute gold. They're really nice. They're nice little crispy bits that just add texture to the whole thing. Now you want to turn off the heat, and then you want to spoon in about a couple of tablespoons of that Persillade, and then just give that a final mix in that residual heat. Be careful because you don't want to burn the garlic because it will go bitter. Any Persillade you've got left, just mash that up with some softened butter, wrap it in cling film, put it in the fridge, and that'll make an absolutely stonking little topping for a steak, a bit of fish, or just put over some new potatoes, so you don't need to waste it. And that is ready to go. Let's serve it up. Right, here we are then. Pommes Persillade, aka crispy herby potatoes. Let's have a try. For something so simple and so few ingredients, there's so much flavour in there. You get that nice hit from the garlic, and there's lots of interesting textures in there as well. So you've got the nice chunkier bits in there with a crispy outer edge and the nice soft middle, and then you get all these little nibbly bits as well, which are really crispy, and they're just absolutely delicious. Well, there we have it, folks. Pommes Persillade. Wasn't too difficult, was it? Really easy, tasty, few ingredients, cheap as chips. Gotta make it. I mean, there's a lot of garlic in there and I'm absolutely gonna stink, so apologies if anyone's around me tomorrow. Well, that's it for today, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.